Picking a date for a product release is hard but important. Here's how we do it at SafetyCulture.
Picking a date is one of the most dangerous but exciting things to do. You have to balance putting a little bit of healthy pressure on yourself, satisfying the expectations of the business, but ensuring the quality of the product that you're building is good.
You can think in terms of quality, you can think in terms of capability, but you have to think in terms of time as well. We can't wait forever to get this out there.
Even though, a date is just a date, the expectations and the message and the story that tells the business can be somewhat more important than the product itself. It's about making sure that through the process, you build up trust. Trust in yourself, in the team, in the product.
Constraints can impact, in a good way, creativity. It actually helps you mold your thinking.
Try to pick a date that you think is ambitious. Don't pick a date that feels comfortable, because if you do, all the people around you are going to take it easy up to that date, and then it will become stressful towards the end anyway. You want people to feel like they really have to put their foot down to hit that date in the first place, and it has to be a consistent effort. On the other side, you don't want panic from the get-go and people to burn out. But what is an ambitious date that is going to require a consistent effort for your team to hit, that may involve some compromises but will still deliver incredible value to the customer?
It's there as a motivator, not as a demotivator, and that's the really important point around dates. They're meant to motivate, not demotivate.
It's more of an art than a science, but try to pick a date, with all of the evidence that you have in hand, knowing that there will inherently be uncertainty in what you've estimated. You do want to give yourself some buffer, a few ways that you could compromise very quickly or pivot in certain situations to still hit a target date.
Never trust the first estimate you get. It's always going to be wrong.
If something crops up, we have contingency in place, especially with building tech stack. You're going to come across something that you didn't know. You're going to have some tech debt. You're going to have a speed bump along the way. But deliberately, we have plan A, B, C, D. Make sure you do the due diligence beforehand around option A, B, C. Then bring key people in together to form an opinion together. It's not just yours. If a date can't move, scope can potentially change. So how do we make sure that we can still deliver customer value without diminishing the customer experience too much? You may be able to reduce the amount of user experience that would have been really exciting to give to a customer. At the end of the day, the most important thing is that they can get the job done. We can improve the experience later on. Speaking the one language across all the different teams is really, really important, because a date will mean different things to different people. Making sure that everyone knows the checkpoints along the way and what's required of them along the way. Be concise with the information that you're sharing, and be deliberate around what you don't share externally in case it goes across multiple teams and can get miscommunicated along the way. You're the product manager, you're helping coordinate a lot of this, but you need to make sure that you delegate a lot of that work out. There's a lot of responsibility on other people as well, and you just need to make sure that you hold them to account so that when it comes to that date, it's all guns blazing from there.
I think the date should really be driven by when will you be proud enough to ship it, but not so long that you can just avoid solving the important problem. I'd pick a date on the basis of how much pressure do I want to create to get this out versus how much time does it take to do it to the standard with which we want to set. And if we fall too far on either side of that, then we're just going to create problems for ourselves and not actually solve anything. That's the compromise.
Customer success is just such an underutilized resource of brilliance.